Hello everyone, welcome to the next game in the Washington Nationals replay. Took a little bit of time off. Just getting back now to the 69 Inside Pitch Fall Classic, and now to get a little change up in playing those games back to back, decided to go ahead and go to the next Nationals game. And this game is going to be game number 2 in the series against the Mets, game 2 of 3. It is game number 42. Nationals are 25-16 entering this game. Mets are 21-19, 3.5 games back. To refresh everybody's memory, what happened in the previous game, it was an exciting one. If you haven't seen it, you can go back and watch it. But it went 13 innings, and Victor Robles hit a 3-run homer off of the Mets pitcher Gagnon, the Mets were down to their 8th and last pitcher. But Robles' 3-run homer won it after the Mets had scored a run in the top half of the inning. It looks like they were going to win it, but then Robles had other ideas. All right, so let's look at the starting lineups for the New York Mets in game number 2 of the series. And we'll also look at the standings in the National League East as of the start of this game. Again, Washington 25-16, Mets 21-19. Philadelphia is 21-20. They're 4 games back. Atlanta is 21-21 at 4.5, and Miami 14-26, which is 11.5 back. And of course, I messed up my stuff here, my little props, by getting the book in the way. All right, that's what I get for trying to do props. Probably shouldn't have done that, but that's okay. All right, so let's look at the Mets lineup. Jeff McNeil leads off in left field. J.D. Davis is at third. Robinson Cano's at second. I got Alonso. I don't know why I have Alonso there. It should be Alonso. Pete Alonso, not Alonso. So let's get that fixed real quick. So Alonso's at first. Conforto's in right. Rosario is at short. Ramos, the catcher. Lagares in center. And Wilmer Font, who only pitched a few games for the Mets, but he did start this game. He's actually carded with Toronto. So I'm using his Toronto card. He does not have a pitcher hitting card, so he will be using the generic version that comes with the game for the Mets. For the Nationals, on the mound will be left-hander Patrick Corbin, the lefty. And as we look at the numbers on Corbin, he enters this game 4-2 with a 4.01 ERA. In 49 1/3 innings, 43 hits, 22 runs, 17 walks, 54 strikeouts. Defensively for the Nationals, Soto's in left, Robles is in center, Eaton's in right. Rendon's at third, Defoe's at short, Dozier's at second, Kendrick is at first, and Yan Gomes catching the offerings of Patrick Corbin. All right, Jeff McNeil settling in to the batter's box as Corbin has finished those warm-up tosses. I think we are all ready to go at this point. Game 2 of the series. Mets trying to even this series and climb a little closer. They're 3.5 games back in the Nationals, but if they lose, they'll drop to 4.5 back. And potentially, depending on what Philly does, they could find themselves, and also depending on what Atlanta does, they could find themselves down in 4th place if they're not careful. So we shall see. Corbin, the pitch to McNeil, lefty on lefty. McNeil enters the game, 6 homers, 16 RBIs, and a .294 average. 2-3 for Patrick Corbin. And against the lefty, that is a strikeout plus. However, that's a 20. So against the lefty, he only strikes out with a 5. Add the plus, makes it a 15, but the 20 is out of range. So McNeil gets a break and will get to swing on his own. 6-5, and he's going to ground to short. 1 away as Defoe throws over to Kendrick. 1 down, that brings up J.D. Davis at third base. He's entering the game hitting .330, 3 homers and 18 driven in. Corbin 5-4, and that's another strikeout plus. This time they will get him. So the D20 cooperated, and J.D. Davis is out on strikes. 2 down for Robinson Cano. He's hitting .329, 10 homers and 39 driven in. Corbin 4-1, that's a ball one. Try again. 3-6, that's a range play at Nationals Park. 6-6, that's a home run to the center field area. He is a 9, but that is a 10. So that's a failed home run, but it's a range check. So this could drop for a double if Robles fails on the range check. Robles' range in center field is a 3. So 1-3, Robles will make the catch. 4, 5, or 6, it drops for a double. And it will drop in for a double, a 2-out double for Robinson Cano. He just missed the homer, but he didn't miss the double, as Robles was unable to get it up against the wall, and it goes for a double. That'll bring up Pete Alonso, 270 hitter, 12 homers and 25 driven in. Corbin now with a pickoff chance, and it's a 1 there, so I don't think Cano is going to try to steal. In fact, he has no attempt, so he can't do that. So that will send up Corbin to Alonso. Do they pitch around him? Do they walk him? Or do they go after him and face the struggling Conforto, who's a lefty on lefty? Ooh, that's a tough decision. Do you intentionally walk? You know what? They're going to intentionally walk. They're going to intentionally walk Alonso. The strategy might backfire, but they're going to play their percentages and let Corbin face the struggling Conforto, who's only hitting 148, 5 homers and 16 driven in. We'll re-roll for a pickoff chance. And it's 20, so it's a 1-6 for a pickoff. And he got him. He picked him off. How about that? He picked Robinson Cano off with a spin move. 1-6 as Defoe got in behind him, and they didn't have to pitch to Conforto after all, as the pickoff came through for Patrick Corbin. He got the pickoff. And Cano left just shaking his head, wondering what was happening, just kind of fell asleep there for a second in all the intentional walk and everything else, and he ends up getting picked off. So no runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. We go to the bottom of the first. It is the Mets nothing and the Nationals coming to bat. And for the Nationals, they have this lineup: Adam Eaton in right, Robles in center, Rendon at third, Soto in left, Kendrick at first, Dozier at second, Gomes catching, Defoe at short, and Corbin bats eighth. And defensively for the Mets, they got McNeil in left, Lagares in center, Conforto in right, Davis at third, Rosario at short, Cano at second, Alonso at first, Ramos catching, the offerings of Wilmer Font. And on the replay, Font has only pitched 1 game in the replay so far for the Mets. He's 0-0 with a 1.80 ERA, 5 innings pitched, 2 hits and a run, no walks and 6 strikeouts. So in limited time, he's done well. But now he's got to face the Nationals, and Adam Eaton steps in. He's hitting 284, 6 homers, 27 driven in. Font, 2-1 is a hit by pitch. He's a 14, -1's a 13, but that will be a hit by pitch. So right off the bat, first batter of the game. And now the umpire Blazer is motioning out to Font, or not really motioning, but kind of giving him a stare, not giving him a warning yet, but he's certainly maybe leaning towards that if there's any more shenanigans going on. Eaton with an attempt of 2, +2 from Font, so one way to get back at Font is to steal on him. The attempt of 4. And he can't get the jump, so Eaton will stay put. That'll bring up Robles. Font to Robles, 4-2. It's a possible error on a throw. Robles, 6-1. It's a fly to center field, so no throw, no error to worry about. 1 down. And now Rendon steps up. Robles, I forgot to mention, was hitting 192, 3 homers and 17 driven in. Rendon checks in, 287, 7 home runs and 19 driven in. Eaton, again, with a chance of the 4 to get a jump, but he still can't get the jump. Here's Rendon. 5-3. That's a strikeout chance. That's a 9, but he only strikes out as a 5, so Rendon fights that off and will get to swing. 1-3, flies to center, so another fly ball to center field. Keeps Lagares busy out there. 2 down for Juan Soto. Soto's hitting 303, 9 homers and 27 driven in. Strategy roll. It's a 1, so that means Eaton's going to get the jump. He's an attempt of 2 plus the 2 there's a 4, so Eaton's going to get a jump. He has an attempt, stolen base of 17, plus 1 from Font makes it an 18, and Ramos, the catcher, checks in as a plus 2 arm, makes it a 20, but you can't have a 20. 19 is the most you can have, so anything other than the 20 and the stolen base will be successful. And it is stolen base for Eaton. So he tried several times and finally got the stolen base, got the jump, and got the steal. So he is now at second base in scoring position for Juan Soto. And if you walk Soto, you got to deal with a very dangerous Kendrick. So they can't really pull the old Nationals strategy of intentional walk here. I think they're going to have to pitch to Soto. Font, strategy roll, checking for a balk. Nothing happening. Font to Soto. 5-1, strikeout chance, 7. He got him. So Font strikes out Soto to end the inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left at the end of 1. No score from Nats Park. Game 2 of the series. Game 42 of the season. Corbin back out. And he will be facing Michael Conforto. He was at the plate when they did the spin move and picked off Robbie Cano. So Conforto is up to face Corbin. 3-5, and that is a walk plus chance. And so it's a leadoff walk to Conforto. Not exactly what Corbin was looking for. Attempt of 1 for Conforto, so he can get a jump on a 1. But he cannot. So that brings up Rosario. He's hitting 273, 2 homers, 16 driven in. 3-4. That's going to be a range play on Rosario's card. 6-3 against a lefty. That's a double to left field, but it's a range check. Juan Soto's range is a 3. So if this is a 3 or less, he will take that double away. 4, 5, or 6, the double will stay. It's going to be caught out there by Juan Soto. He runs it down. I forgot to write the range ratings or all the defensive ratings in there, but you can clearly see Juan Soto is a 3 in left field. And with that 2, it's a fly to left, 1 down. Here's Wilson Ramos. He's hitting 292, no homers, and 10 driven in. Strategy roll, nothing happening. Corbin delivering to Ramos. 5-1's another walk plus, so it's another walk issued by Corbin, his 3rd of the game. First one was intentional. These 2 are not. So 2 are on with only 1 out for Juan Lagares. He's hitting 226, no homers, and 6 driven in. Nothing on the strategy roll. Lagares, or rather Corbin, 6-6 is another walk plus. He has walked the bases loaded. Dave Martinez shaking his head. The only bright spot he has is that you've got the pitcher Font coming up with the bases loaded and 1 out. So with the bases loaded, you can't really bunt. So you're looking at having to swing here. He just wants to avoid a double play, I think, but we'll see. Strategy roll, nothing happening. So Corbin to Font. 2-3, and that is Font's a right-handed hitter, so that is a blank. Go to the pitcher hitting card. 1-1, it's a ground ball to second. Could be the double play they're looking for. And according to this card, it's a 6 double play rating. So that's going to be automatic because there's no reduction here. They were halfway, and that makes it a 7. And no matter what the pivot is, you're going to at least have a 6 there for a double play rating. So it's an automatic double play. No doubt about it. 4-6-3 double play. I don't think I've ever seen a card that had a 6 for a double play rating, but that's the pitcher hitting card for the Mets. And that cost them. So Corbin gets out of walking the bases loaded. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 left. We go to the bottom of the 2nd. Still no score. And boy, that's where having the pitcher hit really hurt the Mets, especially a pitcher that doesn't know what he's doing. If it was a regular pitcher that got to hit a lot, he probably would have done something differently. So Font back out will face Howie Kendrick. Kendrick hitting an even 300, 6 homers, 23 driven in. 4-4 on Font is ball 1. Try again. 3-2 is a strikeout plus, and he got him. So Font with another strikeout. This one to Kendrick, 1 down. Here's Dozier hitting 254, 5 homers, 13 driven in. 1-3, strikeout plus. Got him again. So Font hitting those strikeout plus rolls and getting the Ks. He did have 95 strikeouts in only 84 innings, so he is a strikeout pitcher for sure. Here's Yan Gomes hitting 250, 4 homers, and 14 driven in. 1-4, that's a range play at Nationals Park. 3-6, that's a ground ball in front of the plate. Ramos's range. Let's check Ramos's range. And it is a 3. He's got a range of 3. Can he get to it? He does not. It's going to be an infield hit. So Gomes nubs an infield hit. Ramos unable to corral it, and Gomes is aboard. And he does have an attempt of 1. Plus the 2 makes him attempt of 3, and if he does it, he's gonna almost guaranteed to steal. But he can't get the jump, so he's got to hold fast. For Wilmer Defoe, who's hitting 244, 2 homers, and 11 driven in. 5-4, and that's a double question mark. Defoe switch hitter batting left, which means a 1-7 is a single, but that's a 10. It's out of range, but Defoe will get the swing. 5-2, he's going to single past second. That should allow Gomes to get to third. Let's see, S4. You need a 3 base running rating to get to third. Gomes' rating is a 2, but there are 2 outs, which bumps him up to a 3. So we got runners at the corners and 2 away. And I don't know if we're going to have, well, let's see. I don't think, no, we're not going to have Defoe try to steal here. We'll do the strategy roll for a balk chance. And there's no balk. Now Corbin is up. See if he can help his own cause. Font, 2-6 is a range play, so that might help Corbin a little bit. 4-5, that's a ground ball to third. Range check on J.D. Davis. And J.D. Davis, range at third is a 3. So 1-3, he will get to this. 4, 5, or 6, it gets by him for a hit. And it gets by him for a hit. Is it a double or a single? It is a double, so he doubles down the line. How about that? Patrick Corbin goes opposite field and doubles down the third baseline. That scores Gomes. And now with that double going to left field, Defoe, let's see if he can score. You lose 1 trying to score from first, but there are 2 outs, so that makes it even. Defoe runs at a 3, that makes him a 3. Left fielder McNeil, his arm is a -1 to make him a 2. 1-2, he will score. 6, he's going to make it. He's going to make it, but Corbin's going to be out probably on a rundown because that 6-6 takes you to the rundown. So Defoe will score, but they've got Corbin hung up between second and third. We'll roll for that, and he's going to be out. So we're going to call this 7, and we'll say that Alonso cut it off in front of the plate. And they throw back to, or they throw to the third baseman, Davis. And then Davis chucks it to Cano at second, and they tag out Corbin. So 7-3-5-4, I just made it up, not that it really matters. But the inning's over now, but the Nationals do score 2 runs on the RB, 2-run double by Patrick Corbin on the failed range play. So 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors and nobody left. At the end of 2, it's Nationals 2 and the Mets nothing on both RBIs coming from Patrick Corbin on a failed range check where the third baseman, J.D. Davis, was a 3-range left fielder and he failed at it. So that's what makes the game fun, these range plays. You never know what's going to happen. All right, top of the third. Corbin back out after taking a breather and getting some Gatorade after being in that rundown. He's got to kind of take a few seconds and catch his breath and get ready to go. Jeff McNeil up. He grounded to short his first time up. Corbin, 6-1, strikeout plus. But again, that's a 20, so there's not going to be a strikeout. McNeil will swing. 3-3. That's a split chance, and against a left-hander, that's a single. So McNeil gets a base hit right past Kendrick. And attempt of 1 for McNeil. Let's see if he can get a jump. He does not, so he stays put. J.D. Davis, the batter. Struck out his first chance. 2-5. That's the ballpark card. We're going to Nationals Park for J.D. Davis. 5-3, and that's a double to right field. Double to right field for J.D. Davis. Opposite field shot. McNeil runs at a 3. The outfield arm Eaton is a -2. So that makes it a 1 base running rating. And to score from first on a double to right, you lose 1, it makes it a 0. So McNeil has to hold at third base. There is no throw needed, as he will hold. So second and third, nobody out. And all of a sudden, here come the Mets. Cano doubled his first time up. The infield is playing back. They want to get the out. We'll roll for strategy for a pickoff. And nothing happening. So Cano facing Corbin. Infield is back. 6-1, strikeout plus. They can use a strikeout for that way. But again, Corbin gets a bad break on the 20 because that was a 19, but that's a 20. Stadium doesn't help him, so no strikeout. Cano will swing instead. 6-1, he grounds to second. And McNeil with a 3, and of course the infield playing back. And with the infield back, I believe there's no way in the world to even try to throw him out. I think they're going to just take the safe play and go to first base. But by going to the right side of the infield, that allows J.D. Davis to get to third base. With only 1 out, McNeil will score. RBI ground out for Cano. That's his 40th RBI of the season. And it's 2-1 ball game. And now the infield will come in with a runner at runner at third and only 1 out. With the dangerous Pete Alonso, the batter. He is a strikeout candidate, though. So let's see what happens with Corbin. Pickoff chance, nothing happening. Corbin to Alonso, the infield is in. And J.D. Davis runs at a 1. So, what do they want to play the infield in if he's playing with the... Well, they're going to do it anyway. They're not going to take any chances. Corbin, 3-6. Range play at the ballpark for Pete Alonso. 5-5. That's a star 3, which is a ground ball to first. That's Kendrick. He's going to lose 2 on his range because they're playing in. So Kendrick is a range of 3, but by playing in, he drops to a 1. So he's going to drop to a 1, but he gets it anyway. So how about that? He keeps it in front of him. They hold the runner, and how do you like that? 3 unassisted. Great play by Howie Kendrick. Fast reactions. He got to it, and all Davis could do is watch it and stay put. So by playing the infield in, that prevented the run. So here's Conforto. Strategy roll again, nothing happening. Conforto the batter. Corbin, 3-1. Strikeout plus against the left-hander Conforto. And he got him. That's a 21. That's a 19, so he got him. So Corbin could have been worse. He gave up 1 run, but it certainly could have been worse. A run on 2 hits. No errors and a man left. We go to the bottom of the third. 2-1 now in favor of the Nationals. As Corbin pitched out of a major jam there. Looked to all the world like it was going to be a tie game. But credit Howie Kendrick and his defense. So Adam Eaton steps up top of the order for the Nationals against Wilmer Font. He was hit by the pitch and stole second base his first time up. Font, 5-5, strikeout chance, 13 is too much. We go to Eaton. 6-3, star 6. It's the fly to center. Put away out there by Lagares. He's had a lot of action today. 1 down for Victor Robles. Font, 6-2. Ballpark card going back to Nationals Park for Robles. We get a 2-6. That's a home run to the center field. His home run range an 8, but that's a 20. So that's a failed home run, which means he flies to center again. 2 down. Was not a range play, so not going to be a chance for a double. And the home run wasn't off his own card, so he doesn't get to swing. It's off the ballpark card, so that's either you get it or you don't. So 2 down for Rendon. 1-2, it's a blank against a righty, so we go to Rendon. 4-3, and he grounds to second to end the inning. 3 up and 3 down go the Nats. After 3 complete from Nationals Park, it's Washington 2 and the Mets 1. And Patrick Corbin will come back out and face Ahmed Rosario to start the inning. For the Mets, it'll be Rosario, Ramos, and Lagares due up for the Metropolitans. Rosario fly to left his first chance. 5-4 off of Corbin is a strikeout plus. But again, the high D20 is killing him. That should have been a strikeout plus, but it's only going to be an 18, and that's a 19. So the D20 is not kind to Patrick Corbin. Rosario will swing. It's star 2, though. He grounds to short, but he's missing out on some strikeouts that he should be getting. And the D20 is just not cooperating. Here's Ramos. 3-3 is a strikeout chance straight up, and he still won't get him. That's a 6, and he's a 5. So he can't catch a break one way or the other. Here's Ramos. 5-6, and he's going to make him pay for it with a single past Wilmer Defoe. So 1 down, 1 on, and that brings us to Juan Lagares. Roll for the pickoff. Nothing happening. Corbin to Lagares, 6-5. Strikeout chance again, but again, missed. Oh, this time he got him. It's a 12. That's an 11, so he did get him. 2 down. And that'll bring up the pitcher, Wilmer Font. Kind of a rally killer right there. Corbin, 6-1, strikeout plus. He definitely got him there. And that's going to end the inning. So no runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. We go to the bottom of the 4th, still 2-1 Nationals. And we'll check on Font and see how many batters he can face. Actually, I haven't even been paying attention to this. He's only got a 9 here, and he's already faced 12, so he's technically tired. But he hasn't been pitching all that poorly, but he is tired. Probably should have pinch hit for him there, but you want to have a starter go more than 2 innings, or more than 3 innings, actually. But they're going to let him continue, and plus they used their bullpen so much in that previous game, you don't want to wear your guys out and have to bring them back out again so quickly, but they might have to. Gisselman, and let's see, it's actually, yeah, Gisselman is loosening in the bullpen for the Mets in case Font needs relief. Here's Soto. 3-6, that's a walk plus, so a leadoff walk to Soto. That's only the first walk issued by Font. So that'll bring up, oh, let's check Soto's jump rating. Forgot to do that. He's a 1, plus the 2 is a 3. Nothing happening. So Soto stays put. Here's Howie Kendrick. Font to Kendrick, 3-4. 3-4 is a strikeout chance, but he's tired, so it's actually going to be a walk chance. 16 will be failed, but he's going to have to be removed after this because he's going to be completely exhausted after this, so they will have to remove him. But Kendrick, since he doesn't walk, will end up getting the swing. 5-3, he's going to ground it back to the pitcher. They could get a double play out of this. He's a 2, plus 1 is a 1, makes it a 3. Hit back to the pitcher, give him another one, makes it a 4. They're halfway, makes it a 5. The pivot is the second baseman, Cano. I think he's probably a 0. Let's see here. Cano is a 0, yep. But anything other than a 6, it'll be a double play. And it is, so it's going to be a 1-4-3 double play to end the inning. So Font at least is going to go out in a blaze of glory here. He pitches 3 2/3 innings, and he's given up 3 hits, 2 runs. They were both earned, walked 1, and he struck out 2. Struck out 3 actually, and he hit a batter. But unfortunately, he's on the losing end of a 2-1 score. So he could take the loss unless the Mets rally to give him a no decision. So Gisselman is in instead, as Font had to go. With 2 outs and the bases clear is Brian Dozier. 1-3 is a possible error on a ground ball. Dozier 1-3 again to fly to left to end the inning. So Gisselman gets that final out. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We go to the 5th. Still 2-1 favor of the Nationals. 2-1 in favor of the Nationals. Gisselman will come back out to pitch the next inning as well. As we're at the top of the order, so there's no chance of being pinch hit for him, I don't believe, unless the Mets really go off. Here's Corbin. to face McNeil. McNeil grounded to short and singled and scored the only Met run. 5-4, strikeout plus, and this time he did get him. That makes it a 15. That is a 15. So this time the D20 fell just where he needed it to get the strikeout, and McNeil is gone. Here's J.D. Davis. 4-3. That's a straight up home run, question mark. 1-17. That passes. So J.D. Davis a 1-12, and we got a tie ball game. It's a 9. It's gone. J.D. Davis, home run. His 4th home run of the season. 4th home run of the season. RBI number 19. We are tied at 2 apiece. Just that quickly. J.D. Davis coming through for the Mets. Brings up Cano. 1-4. Double question mark against a lefty. 1-5 is a single. That's a 20, so no play there. Go to Cano. 4-6. He lines it hard, but right at Kendrick for out number 2. And that brings up Pete Alonso. He was intentionally walked in the first and grounded out to Kendrick in the 3rd. Corbin, 2-5. Ballpark card going to Nationals Park. 5-6. That's a ground ball to short, and that's going to end the inning. But the Mets get that an all-important run on the home run from J.D. Davis. And at the end of 4.5, we are tied at 2. And now, with that home run, Wilmer Font is off the hook for the loss. Gisselman is now the pitcher of record, along with Patrick Corbin. So Gisselman, we'll see what he can do to keep the score right where it is. He'll be facing the bottom of the order, Gomes, Defoe, and Corbin. And Corbin can face 24 batters. So I don't think he's nearing, well, actually he is. He's faced 22 right now. So it's possible that if they get to his part in the order and they need some offense, they might pinch hit for him. That's a possibility, I suppose. Let's move this over here just a little bit. Not that I really need these, but it allows me to bring the book in a little bit more so you can see it, hopefully. All right, so Yan Gomes will be facing Gisselman. Gomes singled his first time up and scored. 3-5 is a walk plus to a lefty, but he's a righty, so it's going to be a blank. Go to Gomes, 1-2, ground to 3rd, and J.D. Davis is right there. He hit the home run the previous inning, and now makes the nice defensive play to start the bottom half. Here's Defoe. He singled and scored his first time up. 3-2 is a strikeout chance. 8 will get him. So Defoe out on strikes, and now with 2 outs and the bases clear, Corbin's going to hit for himself. After all, he is responsible for both runs with the 2-run double his first time up on a range play. 1-5 is a strikeout. He's not going to be worried about it here. It's a straight old strikeout, and the inning's over. 3 up and 3 down go the Nats. We go to the 6th. Score tie 2-2. Gisselman now has faced 4 batters. He can face 5. But let's see if he's going to be coming up to bat in the inning. We'll wait and see. That might determine whether he's removed or not. But he's pitching so well, you hate to take him out. Corbin back out now to start the top of the 6th. Keep an eye on him for fatigue. He can face 24 batters. He has faced 22 at the moment. Here's Conforto to lead it off. Walked and struck out. Corbin 5-2. Against a lefty, that's a blank. So Conforto gets the swing. That's a 4-4. And against a lefty, that's a single past second base. So leadoff single for Conforto. It's going to attempt a 1. But nothing's happening. And here's Rosario, last batter to face for Corbin before he is tired. 5-2. And this time against a righty, that is a star line. Let's see what the star line is. It's a 5, fly to center. 1 away. So now Corbin is fatigued. If he finds the fatigue roll, he will have to be removed immediately. Ramos is 1 for 1 actually, a walk and a single. Strategy roll, nothing happening. Corbin to Ramos, 1-3. That's the ballpark card. 4-3, and that is a single to left field for Ramos. And Conforto, I believe, will have to hold. He's a 4, but you lose 2 going from first to third, drops him to a 2. Soto is a -1 arm, so that drops him to a, I'm sorry, he's a 0 arm, so it keeps him as a 2. So he'll try it, see if he can make it. A 1-2, he makes it. He does. How about that? He did make it. He did make it to third. All important, too, with one out to be at third base. So he's at third base. Runners are at the corners now. And Corbin is fatigued. Do they keep him going, or do they go to the bullpen and bring in Wander Suero, the right-hander, who's loosening right now and is ready if Dave Martinez wants to call on him, or do they try to stick with Corbin and try to get out of this? The infield is at double play depth. They're going to play for the traditional double play against Lagares. First roll, the strategy roll. Nothing happening. Whoops. My D20 slipped out of my hands. Let's find that. And while I'm up here, I'll check on the thing here. Looks like I'm going too low on these cards. Let me bring them up a little bit. Probably not a bad idea to check where I'm at. So make sure that everything is copacetic. I think the grid was showing, but maybe his season stats weren't showing. But here we go. Corbin to Lagares, infield at standard double play depth, trying for the traditional double play. 5-5, and that's an error on a ground ball, possibly. 2-5, and that's a ground ball to first. That's a 9. And the first baseman, Kendrick, at first base, his error rating is only a 2, so there's no error on the play. Question is it going to be a double play? The runner is going to try to score from third, but they're going to try for the 3-6-3 double play. He's a 2. They're halfway, makes him a 3. The pivot at short is a 0. So 1-3, and they turn the double play. They do. It's a 3-6-3 double play, and the inning is over. So huge double play turn there by Kendrick. He's made a couple of outstanding defensive plays already in this game. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We go to the bottom of the 6th, and it is 2-2. Gisselman's going to stay in the game as he is scheduled to bat first next inning. So they'd like to get him through this inning if possible, although he's going to end up being fatigued at least for a portion of the inning. He has faced 4 batters. He can face 5 total. So after Eaton, he would be fatigued. So again, the bullpen for the Mets does have activity out there. And they have Seth Lugo loosening in the bullpen. Right now, here's Eaton to lead it off. 4-6. And against a lefty, that's a chance for a walk. And that's a 19, which is too much for a walk. So it's a blank. We'll go on to Eaton's card. 2-1. He's going to line it hard, but right to Rosario for out number 1. And now Gisselman is tired, so if he hits a fatigue check, he will have to be removed automatically. Robles flied to center twice. 5-2 is a wild pitch, which is a ball 1. Try it again. 6-2, strikeout chance, and he got him. So 2 down, and boy, stellar work here from Gisselman. He's looking to go 2 1/3 innings of relief. Got to get through Anthony Rendon to complete that trick. 6-5 is a ball 1. 4-3, that's a strikeout chance. 15 is too much, so Rendon does get the swing. 4-1, he's going to single past second, so the inning continues for Juan Soto. Boy, do you bring in a lefty? Their only lefty is Amore. He's not very good, so they're going to go ahead and try to stick with Gisselman against Soto here. Rendon, his jump attempt is a 1, but -1 from Gisselman, so there's no strategy roll to employ. Gisselman, 2-4, strikeout chance, and he gets Juan Soto to end the inning. Boy, stellar work from Gisselman. He goes 2 1/3. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. So after 6, there's 2-2 score. Finish the numbers on Gisselman. He goes 2 1/3. He strikes out 4, gives up 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and strikes out 4. Wow, just incredible job of relief by Gisselman. He will not be available for Game 3 after pitching 2 1/3 in this inning. Plus he pitched in Game 1 of the series, so he's definitely not available in the final game of the series. So Corbin now, the question is, do you have Corbin come back out? He is tired. The Mets do have the leadoff batter being the pinch hitter for the pitcher, So the Nationals have to declare if they're going to bring in a new pitcher, so that way the Mets can determine what pinch hitter to bring in. So it looks like the Nationals will be going to Wander Suero out of the bullpen, and that's going to do it for Corbin. Corbin's going to go 6 innings, and he's going to give up a total of 7 hits. 2 runs they were earned. He ends up walking 3, and they were all in the same inning. Actually 4 with that intentional walk. So he walked 4, struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, struck out 5, and he gets a no decision. So he will be replaced, and for the Mets, that means they're going to a lefty off the bench, and that means Dominic Smith. So Dominic Smith will pick up a bat and pinch hit for Gesellman. And most likely Seth Lugo will be coming in next as their next hitter, or next pitcher, I should say. All right, so Corbin's day is done. Rosario is in, and he's going to be facing Dominic Smith. They could have had Smith or Lugo. They were both lefties that were ready to come in to pinch hit, but they decided to go with Dominic Smith. He will be the pinch hitter. He hits 282. Nimmo's only 221, so they went for the better average. Suero, 2.5. Against a righty, that would have been a strikeout plus, which is why we brought in the lefty to help with the chances. And by doing that, you get a blank and gives him a chance to bat. 6.4. He's going to pop it up short, so it didn't help, but at least he didn't strike out. So Smith fails in the pinch. 1 down for Jeff McNeil. Suero, 2.4, strikeout chance, and he got him. So Suero with the strikeout. 2 down for J.D. Davis. He had that big home run. Last inning, he's 2 for 3, a double and a homer. But those were against the lefty. See what he can do against the righty Suero. 6-2, that's a possible error on a ground ball. Davis 1-5. He's going to pop it up to second, and that's going to end the inning as Dozier puts it away. 1-2-3 for Suero. So Suero, a 1-2-3 7th inning stretch time. Sing your Take Me Out to the Ball Games. Pause the video and take your stretch break, whatever it is you want to do. As we go to the bottom of the 7th, we need a new pitcher for the Mets as well. Leading off for the Nationals, it's going to be Kendrick, Dozier, and Gomes, 3 right-handers, which is why they're going to Seth Lugo, the righty, out of the pen. So Seth Lugo is your new Mets pitcher, and he is now the pitcher of record along with Suero. So it's a bullpen game once again, tied at 2 here in the bottom of the 7th. Of course, last game, they had a lot more runs than that, so more of a pitcher's duel this time. Lugo, 1-1 is a ballpark card. We're going to Nationals Park for Kendrick's at bat. 3-6 is a grounder right in front of the plate, and Ramos pounces it. Throws to first for out number 1. Brings up Brian Dozier. 1-6 strikeout chance. That's a 9, and that's a 9. So Dozier down on strikes, 2 down for Yan Gomes. Lugo to Gomes. 4-1's a straight up home run chance. Gomes has an 8. That's an 11, though, so no home run. Had Lugo been a lefty, he would have hit the home run. But since he's a righty, it fails, but he does get a chance to swing. 2-5, he will single to right field. So didn't get the homer, but he does get a 2-out single. He has no attempt. He's got an attempt of 1, but a -1 from Lugo takes care of that. And now Defoe, the batter. Suero is on deck, but I'm sure they would pinch hit for Suero if it got to that. No strategy roll needed. Lugo, 2-6. Strikeout plus, he got him. That's going to end the inning. So nothing doing there. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. We go to the 8th, tied at 2. And now let's check Suero. Suero has faced 3 batters. He can face 4 before he gets tired. He is scheduled to lead off next inning. So let's see how they want to play this. We do have Cano, Alonso, and Conforto, a couple of lefties coming up. So they're going to go to the bullpen. Suero will leave, and they will bring on a left-hander. The left-hander, Matt Grace, will be coming on to pitch. Matt Grace will be on, the lefty. He's on there just for 1 inning most likely. Suero is going to go 1 inning and retire everybody with 1 strikeout. But they're playing the percentages. 2 out of the 3 hitters are left-handed. So they're going to try to see if they can't neutralize some of the lefties on the Mets with lefty Matt Grace. We'll find out if that strategy pays off. Here's Matt Grace facing Cano. 2-2, that's a potential walk, and it's a leadoff walk, not what Dave Martinez was asking for. A leadoff walk, no attempt, so we can't steal. There is a pickoff chance, so we roll for the pickoff, but there's no pickoff. Here's Pete Alonso, Grace to Alonso. 3-3, uh-oh, that's bad news. Home run question mark against the right-handers, a 1-10. That's a 6, that passes. Alonso's a 19, so unless this is a 20, it's going to be gone. 2-run shot unless we roll a 20. It's gone. Pete Alonso just crushed that, and the Mets now lead it 4-2. So they came all the way back from down 2-0. They now lead 4-2 as they crush Matt Grace. Pete Alonso, home run number 13, RBIs 26 and 27. And the Mets now lead it 4-2. Here's Conforto. Grace, 3-1 against a lefty. That's a strikeout chance. And against a righty, it would have been a straight-up home run, which would have been a home run with that 2. But the strikeout, the 2 does create the strikeout. So Conforto is out of there. 1 down. Here's Rosario. 2-3 ballpark card. We're going to Nationals Park. 4-1. He's going to single to right field. So Rosario gets the base hit. And now Grace is fatigued. But I think they're going to try to get him through the inning if possible. Pickoff chance, nothing happening. Or did Rosario have a chance? Let's see. Actually, Rosario had a chance to steal. He's a 4, minus the 1 is a 1. We rolled a 1. So Rosario is going to get a chance to steal. 13 plus 1 is a 14. Gomes is a minus 1, makes it a 13. 1-13, he'll steal it. And he's caught stealing. So how about that? Rosario caught stealing as Dozier puts on the tag. And that certainly helped Grace out a bit. Clears the bases with 2 down for Ramos. Grace 5-1, blank to a right-hander. Ramos will swing 3-4, and he lines it hard, but right to Kendrick to end the inning. So a rough inning for Grace. He's going to go 1 inning, and he's going to give up 2 hits and 2 runs, thanks to the 2-run homer by Alonso. He walked 1 and he struck out 1. So 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Now 4-2 Mets. And now, do you keep Lugo in there or do you go to somebody else? I think the way Lugo pitched, I think you might stick with him. Nationals' top hitter of the inning will be a pinch hitter for the pitcher. So with Lugo in there, let's see. They're going to go to Gerardo Parra, the baby shark. He's the only lefty on the bench. So he will be the leadoff man in a pinch hitting capacity against Lugo. Mets do have Jeurys Familia loosening in the bullpen. They've already used Gisselman and Lugo. So here we go with Gerardo Parra in the pinch hitting capacity here in the 8th to lead off the 8th against against Lugo, who can face 5 batters. This is batter 5, so after this he will be fatigued. Trying to protect a 4-2 lead. Lugo, 2-2, strikeout chance. He's not fatigued yet, so it will be a strikeout chance, but that's a 20. So that fails. Go to Parra. 4-4, and against a right-hander, that's a single past third base. So the baby shark, baby shark, or whatever. I don't even know what that does. I think it's, I don't know, something to do with kids. It was a phenomenon in 2019. I don't get it. I'm sure it's short-lived, but there you go. Sometimes you just got to be a little silly. All right. So that brings up Adam Eaton, and now Lugo is tired. Do you bring in Familia or do you let Lugo keep going? Boy, tough call. They're going to let him go one more time. Let's see. Parra, can he get a jump? He is a 4 attempt rating. -1 is a 3 attempt rating. Can he get the jump? He cannot. So he has to hold fast. Lugo to Eaton. 2-4, and that's a strikeout plus, so that certainly paid off leaving him in there. One down. Like I said, he is tired, but they're going to stick with him. Again, strategy roll, no jump. So here's Robles. Lugo 6-1, double question mark against a right-hander. 1-4 is a single, but that's a 10. So treat it as a blank and go to Robles' card. 3-2, single pass second. So that's going to probably be it for Lugo. Let's see if Parra can get to third. Single pass second. To go from first to third, you need a base run rating of 3. And Parra has a 3, so he will make it. So runners are at the corners. And that's going to do it for Mr. Lugo, and Jeurys Familia will be coming on. And we'll do the totals on Lugo after the inning. We do know he's going an inning and a third. And let's see, he struck out 3, gave up 3 hits, but we don't know the run. No walks, but we don't know the runs. Both runners are his responsibility. So Lugo is out of there, and Jeurys Familia is your new pitcher for the Mets. Jeurys Familia. Now, with the 2-run lead, they're going to play back and play for the double play. And if they can't turn it and run scores, they still have the lead. So let's see how they want to play this. Robles, let's see about a jump. Robles has a 5 attempt rating, plus 1 from Familia makes it a 6. Can't get the jump, though. So double play is still in order. Here's Familia to Rendon. 1-3, hit by pitch chance. He's a 14, and that is a 14, so he comes in and plunks Rendon to load the bases. Obviously, that was not intentional. You wouldn't do that to load the bases for Juan Soto. That would be pretty dumb, but that's what happens. And so now Familia's got to shake that off. Bases loaded, 1 out for Juan Soto. No strategy roll. Infield again playing normal double play depth. Familia 6-3. Would be a strikeout plus for a righty, but Soto's a lefty, so it's a blank. We go to Soto's card. 1-6. He's going to fly to left. It could be a sacrifice fly. 1-2 is a sacrifice fly. Cannot do it, but can he get the secondary version, which is the base running rating versus the outfielder arm? McNeil in left field. His arm rating is a -1. The runner Parra at third is a 3, makes it a 2. So 1-2, 1 or 2 on the red die, and he will score. Anything else he holds, the only way he's out is if we get double 6s. 1, he scores. So it is going to be a sacrifice fly to left field by Juan Soto to score. Gerardo Parra cuts the lead to 4-3. That run is charged to Lugo, but he's still responsible for Robles as well. But now there's 2 away. And that brings up Howie Kendrick. Runner at first, Rendon. Runner at second, Robles. 2 down. Familia to Kendrick. 2-1. Home run question mark. 1-8 passes, but that's an 11. So no home run chance, but Kendrick will swing. 6-5. He flies to center to end the inning. So that 1 run is charged to Lugo. Familia will finish with 2/3 of an inning. And he gives up nothing. Sacrifice fly, that was it. But he did hit a batter. But for the Nationals in the inning, 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. So we go to the 9th. It is New York 4 and Washington 3. And now we need a new pitcher for the Nationals as they pinch hit for Grace. So he will leave. And let's see who's coming up for the Mets. It's going to be Lagares, a pinch hitter for Familia, and then McNeil. So the Nationals will go to a right-hander out of the bullpen, and it will be Justin Miller. So right-hander Justin Miller is on. See if he can hold the fort right where it is. And picking up a bat is Brandon Nimmo. He will hit for the pitcher, Familia. And then Diaz will come in the 9th to try to save it. So right now we've had Suero, Miller, Grace have all been pitching. So Lagares will lead things off here in the top of the ninth. Mets lead at 4-3. Trying to close the gap on the Nationals. With the win, they could cut it to 2.5, and that would actually drop it to 2 in the loss column. Here's Lagares against Miller. 6-6, ball 1. Try again. 1-4, that's a range play. We go to Lagares. 5-3, it's a liner right back to Miller. His range is a 3. And he is able to snag it. 1 down. Boy, hot shot. And he just stuck his glove up, and the glove found the ball. So that's going to bring up the pinch hitter, Brandon Nimmo. Nimmo, the pinch hitter, will be up against Miller. 5-4. 5-4 is a strikeout chance. 16, though, is too much. Nimmo gets the swing. 4-5, and he's going to double to left field. Boy, a big pinch hit there for Brandon Nimmo. A double to left field on that 4-5 result. So it puts a runner in scoring position with only 1 out. And Jeff McNeil, the batter. See how they want to play this. Boy, got to keep it tight as you can get it. No strategy roll involved because there's no chance of any pickoff. So Miller to McNeil, 4-5. That is a strikeout chance. 10 is too high, though. McNeil gets the swing. 4-6, he's going to ground it to third. That is out number 2. And let's see, you have to have a 6 base runner rating to get from second to third on a grounder to third, so Nimmo has to hold. So there's 2 down for J.D. Davis. Miller has to get out of this. This is his last batter. He can face 4 batters before he gets tired. This is batter 4. And if he doesn't get him, they've got Sean Doolittle, the closer, loosening the bullpen to face Cano. So we'll see what happens. Miller to Davis. 5-2, hit by pitch chance. He's a 5 plus the 10. It's a 15. That's a 15. And he's going to get the heave-ho from the umpire on that one. That's the 3rd hit batter of the game. Don't know if it was intentional or not, but they've seen enough. Have the men in blue, and Miller is gone. He was going to leave anyway, but he's gone officially, being ejected for hitting the batter. So he's going to go 2/3 of an inning, and he's going to give up a hit. Don't know about the runs. No walks or strikeouts. He did hit a batter, and Doolittle is on to try to get out of the inning. Doolittle, in the first game of the series, was ejected for hitting the batter after facing the first batter he faced, so he's actually relatively fresh. So Doolittle's coming on to face Robbie Cano and try to keep the score right where it is at 4-3. As Miller, it is not Miller time. He had to leave. So Cano is up with 2 on and 2 outs here in the top of the ninth, with the Mets holding a 4-3 lead. Doolittle now facing Cano. 4-6, and against a left-hander, that's a walk chance, and so he will walk Cano to load the bases. So now the bases are loaded for Pete Alonso, who homered his last time up. Do they let him homer again, or do they pitch to him? What do they want to do here? Dave Martinez out to the mound to talk to Doolittle, try to straighten him out. And they're gonna go ahead, and because Doolittle will give up a home run to righties pretty easily right here or here. He's got 3 places to give up a home run to a right-hander. And he also gives up a single to a right-hander here. Actually much better against lefties. Boy, what do they want to do here? Who do they have to bring in? I mean, they could bring in Bear Claw, I guess. Boy, that's a tough decision. Now you know why Dave Martinez had such a rough time with his bullpen. But Bear Claw's got a 5.61 ERA, and he's got a couple home run chances himself on here. So I think you stick with Doolittle and sweat it out. Bases loaded, 2 down. Doolittle to Alonso. 5-2 is a range play at Nationals Park. 3-4. 3-4 is a ground ball to short. Defoe is only a 2 for his range. He is only a 2 as a shortstop. So this has to be a 1 or a 2, or the Mets are going to add to their lead. And it's a 6. It gets by him. Base hit. Nimmo will score from third. Question is, will Davis score from second? On an S6, to score from second, all you need is a 3. Davis's run rating, BR rating, is a 1. There are 2 outs, makes him a 2, but it's not a 3, so it's only going to be a 1-base advance. So everybody moves up a base, but the run will score. That is charged to Miller. It is an earned run. And everybody else moves up a base. Bases are still loaded with 2 down for Michael Conforto. Lefty on lefty for Doolittle. He's got to get out of this to prevent any more runs. 1-2 strikeout chance, and he got him. So finally gets out of it. Doolittle goes a third of an inning. Gives up a hit and a walk and a run with, well, not a run, an inherited run and a strikeout. So the Mets 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and they left them loaded. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. Edwin Diaz is coming on for the Mets. He has been given a 2-run lead, so that big run in the 9th gives him a little bit of cushion. They lead it 5-3 as they go to the bottom of the 9th, and Edwin Diaz looking to get the save for the Mets and even the series at a game apiece. And Diaz will be facing, for the Nationals, Dozier, Gomes, and Defoe. Look at the bench. They do have Suzuki, Taylor, and Sanchez on the bench, so I don't know. It looks like, I guess, the guys maybe on that are in the game are probably just as good as anybody else. Pitcher spot comes up 4th, so they want to hold Suzuki in case that happens. So right now Dozier is going to lead it off against Diaz. Dozier is 0 for 3. He's been struggling. Let's see, do they want to pinch hit for Dozier? I don't think they can because they don't. Well, they could use Sanchez as a defensive player. You know what? They're going to pinch hit for Dozier. They're going to take a chance and pinch hit for Dozier with Michael Taylor. Kind of unorthodox because Taylor's really been struggling. But he's a 250 hitter versus Dozier being a 238 hitter, although Dozier is 254 here. But he's 0 for 3. They want to shake something up, so they're going to use Taylor to pinch hit right here and try to get something started for the Nationals. If he gets on, he can certainly run. So Diaz facing Michael Taylor. Unorthodox move by Martinez. Diaz, 3-1 is a walk plus, and he will walk Michael Taylor to start the bottom of the 9th, and Taylor does have a good chance to get a jump. He's a 6 plus a 1 is a 7, and if he gets it, he's almost guaranteed to steal. 18, though, he cannot get the jump, so Taylor has to hold. Here's Yan Gomes, and now what do you do with Gomes? Gomes is a double play candidate, but he's also, well, he's 2 for 3 in the game, so I think you're going to stick with him. No strategy roll, or we just had the strategy roll, I should say. So Diaz, and he does have the special K. Got to keep an eye out on that as well. Diaz, 6-3, possible wild pitch. 15, though, is out of range, so it's just a ball. Diaz will pitch again. 3-6. That's an automatic single against a right-hander, S1. So base hit for Gomes. And on an S1 to get from 1st to 3rd, you have to have a 4 base running rating. Michael Taylor is only a 3, so he has to hold at 2nd. So runners are at 1st and 2nd with nobody out, and Wilmer Defoe, the batter. You would think a bunt here, but he's only a 1 in a bunt rating. He's only a 1. So I don't know if you want to bring in somebody else that can bunt better. They don't really have anybody that can bunt better. They're bringing a pitcher to do that. So I think you're stuck with Defoe here swinging away. So Defoe's going to swing away against Diaz. 4-4, and that's a strikeout chance. That's a 17 too much. So Defoe gets the swing. 4-5, and he singles to left field. So how about that? Wilmer Defoe with a base hit. Let's see. Taylor's a 3. Conforto in left field is a -2 arm. I'm sorry, it's McNeil in left field. He's a -1 arm, I believe. Yep, -1 arm. Taylor's a 3. They're down by 2 runs. They are runner safe, so bases are loaded with nobody out. And now the pinch hitter, Kurt Suzuki, is going to come up for the Nationals. Diaz struggling, but who else do the Mets have? I mean, they go to Bachelor or Gagnon. I mean, their bullpen is obviously very, very weak. So they don't really have a whole lot of choices here. The only guy that even possible is Tyler Bachelor, and he's got an ERA of almost 7. So you're kind of stuck with Diaz here. Bases are loaded with nobody out, and Kurt Suzuki, the pinch hitter. That leaves Adrian Sanchez as the only player on the bench for the Nationals. Now, they could pinch run for Gomes because he is a tying run. So they're going to pinch run for Gomes with Sanchez. So Sanchez is going to pinch run for Gomes. He's going to pinch run for Gomes here, and if they go extra innings, Suzuki will come in and catch. But he's going to pinch run for Gomes because Gomes runs at a 2 base running rating, and Sanchez runs at a 3, and that one number can be the difference between scoring and not scoring on a base hit. So we'll see how it plays out. And Sanchez would also stay in the game to play second base if it goes extra innings as well. So all the bench players are now gone, as Sanchez is the pinch runner. With the bases loaded and nobody out, Mets infield is playing for a double play. Since they lead by 2, they will give up the run to get the 2 outs because they desperately need outs. Diaz actually desperately needs a strikeout. Here's the pitch from Diaz. 2-2. It's a walk plus, and he is just forced in a run to cut the lead to now being 5-4. I believe it's what it is right now. Yep, it's 5-4 as Taylor comes in to score on that bases loaded walk. Diaz now is tired. He's faced 4 batters. That's what he can face. But the Mets are in a pickle. What do? Bases are still loaded with nobody out. Tying run is at third. Winning run is at second. And Adam Eaton is your batter. They do have a lefty in the bullpen in Zamora. So they're going to bring in Daniel Zamora to pitch to Adam Eaton, as Diaz just didn't have it. He couldn't get anybody out. He walks 2 and gives up 2 hits, responsible for 1 run. He allowed 1 run, but is responsible for all 3 that are on there. So Zamora is now going to come on lefty against Adam Eaton, and this time they bring the infield in. So the infield is in to get the force at the plate if they can do it. He does have a pickoff chance, 1-20. So if we roll a 20, it's an automatic pickoff. And the pickoff, I believe, would be, it would make most sense to pick the guy off first base. Or actually, we'll pick the guy off second. We're not going to pick him off third. We're going to pick him off second. So Defoe would be the guy that would get picked if we roll a 20. Nope, no 20. So no pickoff. So Zamora will pitch to Eaton. Infield is in. 3-6. Oh, it's a straight-up home run chance. Against the lefty, though, he's only a 4. That's a 13, so no grand slam. No walk-off granny. Eaton will swing. 4-1. It's a question mark 9 against the lefty. Goes to 13. That's a 20, though. So it's going to be a fly to right, but will it be a sacrifice fly is the question. His sacrifice fly rating is a 1. Nope, no sacrifice fly on that check, but we checked the runner at third base, who is Sanchez. And Sanchez, remember we bumped it up. He was a 2, but was Gomes, but Sanchez is a 3. So he's at 3. Conforto, though, is a -2 arm, so it has to be a 1 for him to score. And it's not, so he's got a hold. So it was not deep enough. So Zamora gets out of that. And now what do? Do you let Zamora pitch to Robles, or do you bring in Bachelor? Boy, tough call. Zamora can only face 2 batters before he gets tired. Let's see how they want to play this. He doesn't have much of a double play rating. Bachelor is a +2 on the double play chance. So they're going to pull Zamora and bring in Bachelor, the right-hander. Zamora pitches a third of an inning, does his job, and now Bachelor is on, the right-hander, against Robles. He's in there because he's a +2 double play rating. So they're going to play the infield halfway with that being in mind. He's a 1, he's a 2, halfway would be a 4. So it would be a 1-4 double play chance. They like those odds. So they're playing halfway. Try to not give up so much range. All right, no strategy roll. Bachelor to Robles. 3-1, possible error on a throw. Robles 4-5, star 4, which is a fly to right. So there is a chance for a throw. Conforto will not make an error because he's only a 2 and that's an 11. So the sacrifice fly chance, we go right back to where we were. It's a 1 again. So 1 is the only chance he has to score. And he does score. How about that? It's a 1. It is going to be a sacrifice fly as he failed on the check there, and it was a fly to right field. So no throw, but it will be a fly to right for a sacrifice fly. For some reason I'm drawing a blank as to what just happened, but I think it was a sacrifice fly. Why else would it be checking Conforto? I thought it was a fly to right field on that. So hoping I did that correctly. For some reason I'm drawing a complete blank on that, and I don't know why. But the sacrifice fly ties the score at 5-5. There are now 2 outs. That run is charged to Diaz. In fact, both runs are charged to Diaz. He has a blown save. And he could take the loss because he's responsible for Defoe and for Suzuki as well. So Bachelor now facing Rendon with 2 outs and runners at first and second. 3-2. That's an automatic out. So we're going to go extra innings. That's a 6. Fly to right. And the ball game will continue. 2 runs in the 9th for the Nationals. And for the Nationals, they get in the 9th 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. We go to the 10th, tied at 5, and another war of attrition. The last game went 13 innings before somebody can finally win it. Now this one's going at least 10. So we'll see what we do. Doolittle was pinch hit for, so we got to figure out, we got to get the National straight defensively as well. So let me flip back to this page. So Sanchez will stay in the game to play second base, and he will bat in the 7th position. Suzuki will stay in the game to catch, and he will bat 9th. The new pitcher will bat in this spot right here. This is the spot for the new pitcher. And the new pitcher is going to be, let's see, lefties are coming up for, let's see, we got Conforto, Rosario, Ramos. They're going to go to Kyle Barraclaw. So Barraclaw is your new pitcher for the Nationals. He will be on, Kyle Barraclaw. And he will be facing, Barraclaw will be facing Rosario, Ramos, and Lagares. So Barraclaw is on for the Nats. That leaves Jennings, Ross, and Fetty available out of the pen. Nationals have used all their bench players. Mets have a lot of bench players remaining because the pitcher spot does come up 4th, so looks like Todd Frazier will probably hit in that situation if it gets to that. I've got to organize my Nats lineup real quick, so let me flip back here, make sure I've got everybody in the right order. You've got Eaton, Robles, Rendon, Soto, Kendrick, and then the pitcher spot. So I'm going to use the generic pitcher hitting card to hold it as a placeholder so I don't forget where I'm supposed to be, because I need that to make sure I know where I am. Where is the generic pitcher hitting card? It's got to be in here somewhere. Oh, you know what? It's probably behind the hitters. So let's see here. Yep, there it is. Okay, so we have Kendrick, the generic pitcher hitting card. Then we have Sanchez. And then we have Defoe. Where did Defoe go? I didn't pinch hit for Defoe. He's still in the game. And then Suzuki's coming in to catch, batting 9th. Okay, so I got everybody in place, and then Soto is the leadoff batter. So the pitcher's going to hit 3rd next inning, which is why we're going Barraclaw, 1-inning guy instead of a long reliever. Ooh, and it's not Conforto. He struck out to end the inning last time, so it's actually going to be Rosario to lead off. All right, wild and wacky again. It's inside pitch seems to do that to me. All right. So Barraclough facing Ahmed Rosario, top of the 10th, tied at 5. 3-5, that's a strikeout chance. 12 is too much, so Rosario gets to swing. 3-6, ground ball to second. And there's one away. And if I did mess up that sacrifice fly play to extend the game, I will correct it when I put it in the computer and give the Mets the victory if that's what really happened. But I just somehow drew a blank in the middle of the at-bat. But for some reason, I had fly to right, sacrifice fly chance is in my head, so that's the way I played it. But then I thought, did that really happen? I don't know. Just one of those things. I'm getting tired, I guess. I don't know. This is my second game in a row to be recording because I just recorded one of the inside pitch giant Oriole games right before this. So maybe I need to take a break. I don't know. But here's Wilson Ramos against Barraclough. 1-5 strikeout chance. 9 is too high. Go to pick Ramos. 6-3. He's going to fly to left. That's out number 2. Brings up Lagares. And if Lagares makes an out, then Bachelor might come back out and pitch. We'll see. Barraclough 6-4. That's ball 1. 1-2. He's not tired, so it's going to be not going to be a single. It's going to be a blank. Lagares 6-3. He's going to single pass short. So now we'll need that pinch hitter, and it will be the Todd father, Todd Frazier. He will pinch hit here in the 10th, which means they need a new pitcher in the bottom half for the Mets, as Bachelor is done. But now with Lagares reaching, they will bring in Todd Frazier. So Frazier is on. Now Lagares has an attempt of 2 plus 1 from Barraclough makes him a 3. But no attempt to, or no chance to get a jump. So here we go. Barraclough to Frazier, the pinch hitter. 2-6. That's a walk plus. So he walks Frazier. The inning continues. And now he's tired. He can face 4 batters. He has faced 4 batters. And he's got to face McNeil being fatigued. Unless you want to bring in Jennings, the lefty, to face McNeil. I mean, I guess that's a possibility. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to play the percentages and bring in Jennings. And on Jennings, he is one of these PDF extra cards that I had to print off. So he's a little bit smaller than the other cards. Assuming I can find his card. There it is. It got stuck behind something else. So there's Dan Jennings. He's not very good, but he's a lefty specialist apparently, or that's the way they tried to use him. So that's the way we're going to use him, to face the lefty McNeil. Barraclough goes 2/3 of an inning and gives up a hit and a walk. And 2 runs are his responsibility. No strategy roll for Jennings, so we just let him pitch. 6-2, possible error on a throw. McNeil 5-4, and against a left-hander, that's a single to pass first base. So reverse split there from McNeil pays off for him. He gets a base hit. There is no error because of the 20, but will he score? Lagares run rating is a 4. There are 2 outs. It means he's a 5. On an S3, all you need is a 4 to score. And he's got a 5, so he will score automatically from second base. He will score. And that puts the Mets back out in front 6-5. RBI by McNeil. Now Frazier runs at a 3. There are 2 outs, makes him a 4. So can he get to third? Yes, he can. So he goes to third. So now runners are at the corners with still 2 outs for J.D. Davis. And that run is charged to Barraclough. Jennings gets a chance here to pitch to Davis. Is there any strategy? McNeil, let's see about McNeil. His jump is a 1. So let's see if he can get the jump. He cannot. So J.D. Davis now facing Jennings. 1-6, strikeout plus, and he got him. So Jennings gets the out, but 1 out too late as the Mets pick up a run that is charged to Barraclough. Jennings will go a third of an inning, give up a hit and get a strikeout, but give up that inherited run. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. We go to the bottom of the 10th. Mets lead 6-5, but can they hold it is the question. They're down to Gagnon. He's the last reliever they have left on the bench, and this scenario is played out from yesterday's game as well, or game 1 of the series as well, that went 13 innings. They got down to Gagnon, and he couldn't hold the lead. But he's the last pitcher left unless they go to one of their starters. It's Gagnon, who's got that 8.37 ERA. So Bachelor in his outing went 2/3 of an inning and didn't give up anything. But now Gagnon is on. So now the Mets have used everybody out of their bullpen. They've used all 7 relievers, mainly because Font couldn't get a whole lot of stretching in his outing. So Gagnon is on. He'll be facing Soto, Kendrick, and a pinch hitter for the pitcher, which there are no pitchers left. So it would be, you know who would be coming up here? It would be Scherzer, the pinch hit, because they have no more position players left. So Scherzer is going to be the one to have to pinch hit right here, because that's where the pitcher spot is. And then Sanchez would follow him in this spot. That's the way we did that with all the switches after the 9th inning. So right now Gagnon facing Juan Soto, trying to get the save. 5-2 range play would go to Soto's card. 3-3, that's a double to right field, but it could be taken away on a range check. The range of Conforto is a 3. So this is a 1, 2, or a 3. Conforto will grab it. And he does. So Conforto takes away the double. What a huge play to rob Soto of the double. That might be a game saver right there. Here's Kendrick. Gagnon, 6'5", ballpark card. We're going to Nationals Park for Kendrick. 6-2, he's going to ground it to Alonso. That's 2 down. Just missed a chance at a home run, which would have failed anyway. But now there's 2 down, and we got the pitcher spot. So that means we're going to Max Scherzer. He's the best pitcher on the bench as far as hitting, because all the position players have been used. So Scherzer, who got a pinch hit in the first game of the series, is back out to hit again with his 182 average, but you never know. Here's Gagnon. 5-2 range play again. So we're going to Scherzer for the range. 1-1 ground ball to first, but it's a range check on Alonso. And Pete Alonso's range is a 4. So 1 through 4, the game is over. 5 or 6, it's a hit for Scherzer. It's a hit for Scherzer. He sneaks it by. What did you expect, a 1, 2, 3, 10th inning? No way. So Scherzer's aboard, and actually he's got a chance to get a steal here. He's got an attempt of 4, plus the 1 is a 5. Can't get the jump, so Scherzer has to hold fast. And now we got Adrian Sanchez, not a very good hitter, but that's all they have left. They have no choice. So Gagnon to Sanchez. 5-2, that's another range play. That might help Sanchez out. 1-6, although it's a single to right, so Conforto might take this away too. A 1, 2, or 3, and the game is over. 4, 5, or 6, it's going to be a single to right field. It's a 6. It drops in for a base hit for Sanchez. Can Scherzer make it to third? He runs at a 1. There are 2 outs. It makes it a 2. To go from first to third, you add 2, so that makes him a 4. But Conforto is a -2 arm, so that makes it a +2. So 1-2, and Scherzer will make it. And to third base, 6, somebody's out. It's a 6, and Scherzer is out, and the ball game is over. Wow, probably should have held him up there, but we took the chance. It's a 9-5 Dolly Parton special on the putout, and the game is over. Gagnon gets the save. Scherzer trying to stretch it out and get to third, but Conforto again comes through. 2 stellar plays, 1 here and the throw here. So chalk up of Michael Conforto winning this game as the MVP. with the taking away the double from Soto and then throwing out Scherzer at third base to end the ball game. Mets win it by the score of 6-5. Nationals in the ninth, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. So for the Nationals, they ended up securing 3, 4, 5, 11 hits, and they left on 8. So 11 hits with 8 left on. No errors from either team, I don't believe. 6-5, the final. And let's take a look at the hits for the Mets. 3, 4, 5, 7, 13 I've got them for. These are unofficial, of course. And left on base, 5, 6, 11. 11 left on. So the winning pitcher is Gagnon. And the losing pitcher ends up being Barraclaw. And with that victory, the Mets now improve to 22-19. Nationals fall to 25-17. Mets are now 2.5 games back, and they head to Game 3, the rubber match of the series, to see if they can get a little bit closer. But boy, what a way to end the game. I had a funny feeling about that. I was like, well, the only way he's going to be out is to roll a 6. I took a chance because if he gets to third, he would score on a base hit automatically, and you just never know. But because Defoe was the next batter, and I didn't trust him getting a hit. Defoe, well, he was 2 for 4, but he also struck out twice. But you know, I mean, you have to play what you play. I mean, you just got to take chances sometimes, and this one just didn't happen to pay off. Conforto just out of his mind defensively. So the rubber game of the series coming up, it'll be Zach Wheeler against Anibal Sanchez, and there's at least one pitcher for the Mets, Gisselman, who's going to be unavailable for Game 3, and Lugo might be in that same role because he pitched an inning and a third in this one, and he pitched an inning in Game 1, so it's possible he won't be available. And I'll have to check the same thing out for the Nationals as well. I'll check all that out when the time comes. But final score from here in 10 innings, the Mets win it 6-5. 6 runs, 13 hits, no errors, 11 left for the Mets. 5 runs, 11 hits, no errors, 8 left for the Nationals. Gagnon, the winner. Barraclaw, the loser. Conforto, the defensive hero, with 2 stellar defensive plays, the last of which was throwing out Max Scherzer going from first to third on a single to right field to end the ball game. So I'm out of breath. I'm tired. I'm going to shut it down for tonight. But I hope you enjoyed that, whether you're a Mets fan, Nationals fan, or just a baseball fan in general. So until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.